about being taught by Cal Barnhart himself, or finally seeing his studio. It's awesome, isn't it? Yes, it is. Hope looked around the large space where Cal worked when he was home in Jefferson. A dozen floor-to-ceiling windows allowed for natural light to flow in, and brick walls gave the expansive space character. Baker's racks were packed with props, and a fully functioning kitchen was tucked into the corner for food preparation. His photography class used real food, and from where Hope was sitting, she saw Cal's assistant working in the kitchen. "This place is awesome." Louis Maddox pulled out a chair and sat across from Hope. The 30-something writer behind the This Man Grills blog was dressed in a short-sleeved plaid shirt and khakis. He wore dark-rimmed glasses that kept sliding down the bridge of his nose. Barnhart's cool factor is off the charts, especially since his wife disappeared and it's an active missing person case. What a terrible thing to say. Elena Voss approached the table. She was the main recipe developer behind the Two Chicks and a Stove blog. Upon meeting Hope, she quickly listed all of the magazines her recipes were recently published in. Hope was impressed by the woman's professional pride and the ability to ramble off multiple titles without taking a breath. "Really? Tell me you ladies don't think he's even hotter now that there's a hint of scandal around him," Louis challenged. Felicity nodded. "He's right. Callie is hotter now." Elena let out an exasperated sigh as she sat down next to Felicity. "What about you, Hope? What do you think?" She'd always admired Cal's work, but now that he was in the midst of a scandal, there was an air of mystery about him, and mystery could be, as Louis said, hot. Not that Hope would ever admit that to anyone, especially the 3 bloggers surrounding her. "Okay, let's begin. Everyone take a seat." Cal Barnard's voice boomed as he entered the studio, clapping his hands. He got everyone's attention. Even his assistant stopped what she was doing to focus on him. He was tall, lean, and ruggedly artistic, a potent combination for any woman to take in, and Hope understood Felicity's assessment of him. He wore his trademark black, his dark hair was peppered with flecks of silver, and his deep blue eyes cast a sweeping glance over his students. "How do you create sexy food photography that your readers can't get enough of?" Cal asked, his intense gaze landing on Hope. She shifted in her seat, and the studio suddenly seemed warmer than the cool May morning. This wasn't college, and she wasn't a silly freshman who flirted with instructors, especially one with a missing wife. "Your goal is to entice your readers with your photographs. Make them stop from clicking off your website. Grab them. Pull them in. Keep them. If your photography is lackluster or substandard, I guarantee your reader will be off your blog before you can say Google Analytics." His students chuckled. Hope lifted her gaze and found Cal had moved over to one of the tables set up for their class. He now was looking at the whole group, not just her. "Shouldn't our recipes be enough to keep our readers on our blog?" Elena asked. "If you believe that, you wouldn't be here," Cal replied dryly. "I'm all for learning how to create sexy food photos," Felicity gushed in a breathy voice. "I doubt any of my grilled bratwursts will ever be considered a sexy photo," Louis quipped. "You can make any food look delicious and appealing. That's your job, and the reason why you're here today. We're going to begin with lighting. Then we'll cover styling, editing, and angles. Angles are easy. I have 2 preferences." Cal picked up his digital camera. "I wouldn't mind being angled by him," Felicity whispered as she leaned over to Hope. "Come on, you have to be thinking that too." "Actually, I was thinking of why he chose that lens to use." Hope pointed at the camera Cal held. She'd invested in 2 lenses when she purchased her digital camera for her blog, but he was using a different lens. She was curious to find out how the lens performed compared to the 2 she owned. Felicity rolled her eyes. "Boring." "We'll begin with shooting bowls of oatmeal and fruit. See, what we want to accomplish is snapping a photo that will go viral. Everybody and their mother will..."